career points with RoBs Inferno about to burn slow. Shout out my guys and goddesses, you know, high vibrational human beings, you know what the fuck it is, man. Another day out, you heard. Shit crazy, you know. Shit crazy, shit crazy. Smartest thing anybody could do on however your decision making goes with whoever on whatever. Learn to know people by their actions. Even better yet, learn to know people off their energy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people be shocked that you kick them out of your lives, not realizing that they manifested that. A lot of people will manifest for you to protect yourself. They'll manifest for you to kick them out of your life. You know what I mean? Like they'll manifest that for themselves with their actions. You know, what's here want no return, and then it's like all of this is sad. Though. It's sad, It's sad. Why can't people just be honest and not try to manipulate people? Why do people put the universe in a situation where the universe gotta protect people to your point, them to win games that they're not even supposed to be playing, they're not even aware that they're playing, just because it's a lot of evilness within people that don't want to hit them, you know? Like I got so emotional mature off of like everything that like I've dealt with, got faced. Like it's insane. You know, and very beautiful, very beautiful. I just feel like I noticed that as we go forward, there's going to be a lot of people that hears people struggling as it's being seen more, right? It's being seen more in a lot of different ways on people of all races, right? That like people are struggling more than they show, and that no matter how hard people try, how good their job is, it's not all good and dandy financial, you know, or even comfortable. A lot of people are seeing it, and the more that shows, the more the complex cell organism is literally showing that like superiority. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen this Asian girl earlier, and there was this guy that was homeless that came up. As soon as she seen him, y'all, she started like showing like, you know, how much money she had, you know what I'm saying, like that she's not struggling at all, whether she is or isn't, but she felt the need to like project that onto him, and it's obvious that that man was down and out and really struggling, you know, and it's like you're gonna see what we just accomplished. Like I said, we're seeing that no matter how, like I said, I'm outside, you know. So I'm saying this. I'm not saying this from a person that struggled a little bit or whatever, and it's just saying off that personal opinion when they was, you know, before or some months ago or last year struggling. I'm saying this right now, being homeless right now, with everything going on the planet right now that I'm seeing, you know, not even just for me myself, but for other people, you know, also, you know, I'm saying this. So, like I'm telling y'all that's right now, you're starting to see that more often. It's like, and the reason why it's starting to hurt more for people that's connected to this, because, like I said, the false narratives. Think about it. It always was all about the money. You know, like all about the money, right? All about the money. Get in the bag, get the dollar. But now people are seeing that that shit is on the way out of here. So it really didn't have as much power as it did. The only power that it had was the fact that everything was connected here and a division amongst people that still playing along and not questioning anything. Like people was giving it false power, you know? But it was never any real power to start with. We could have all left the dollar, you know? But it's just crazy. Like, you know what I like to think of it like? I like to think of it like this, y'all. Imagine how people, like average people from like a collective, right? Imagine how people's egos are gonna be without the difference in money. You know what I'm saying? You know how people like I got this money, I got this materialistic thing that's worth all this money. It means that I must be a millionaire. I must got more off of you seeing this nice thing. And then they see that like, you know, this next person don't have it, so they can kind of stun on you or, you know, try to make you feel some type of way. And you might already be feeling insecure because you might have wanted that thing yourself. You can't get it because you don't have enough money. Like all those little mental attacks and shit like that shit ain't gonna be. All that shit's out the window, y'all. And I'm not trying to be racist or anything. Y'all know, like, I fuck with some human beings and all of that can realize what's what. But let's be real though, y'all. How much human beings do y'all know that a lot of their power comes from money? A lot of our power comes from money too, but it's not our real power. That's just the psychological slavery, the infringement, you know, the damage that's been done. Us not knowing who we are and giving our whole power away, our energy away. That dollar is from with us. You know, that power was their power because this is their world. You know, controlling people and their emotions off of money brackets. You know what I mean? Messing up everything. So it's like, no, this is real, y'all. This is very, very real, and it's beautiful to see. Like, very beautiful to see. You know, I feel like everybody off of their choices and stuff, which what they did, everyone is exactly where they need to be at right now. Even going through this situation, I'm exactly where I need to be right now. With all the knowledge that I learned, all the people that I let out of my life, you know, I shut the door. You know, and I always remind myself that I shut the door, you know, because that's the I conquered the biggest battle that I would ever have to conquer my entire life. You know, why the system is up. You know, I beat infidelity. I beat my family being destroyed, and I beat child alienation. You know, all the people that teamed up and gossiped about me, I got past them, you know. Not only did I get past them, but I'm still able to trust, you know. They didn't shut my heart chakra off. I'm still loving on people, you know. I'm still gentle with people, you know. I transmuted all of those spiritual attacks and all the manipulation mind games into my power and into knowledge, you know. And I did it all by myself. Did it all by myself. While still being attacked, also. You know? That's what I'm saying. Nobody can tell me shit. Only people that like I look like crazy to, or like, what does he talk about or anything, is anybody that hasn't dealt with that type of level of pain. Anybody that dealt with like this type of level of pain, they know it's one of the most life-affecting things that anybody can face, regardless of your genetic makeup. You know? And I got past it. And I got past it in a way in which I would never go through it again, because like I know what all of it looks like. See, once you see what you don't like, and you even feel it, like you experience it, you're changed by it. Anything that even looks like that or present itself not to be that, you're gonna be able to see is that. And you'll never have to deal with it ever again, you know? And I'm so proud of that, because that's one of the things that breaks a lot of people up. You know, love, right? People not taking advantage of someone, loving them right and stuff like that. That changes people forever. And it's not a bad thing. That's what I know now. Because I am changed forever. I've been changed forever since the day I realized really what was what. Since in 2020, that night. I've been changed, but I've been changed for the better now, you know. And regardless of any validation that I get from anyone on the outside about anything, I'm secure with myself. Not only am I secure with myself, I made peace with all the attacks. Because what helped me make peace with all the attacks is that I knew that none of those people would be able to be in my life again to even attempt to attack me again. Like all trust is broken, you know what I'm saying? So that gave me peace, where I'm just like, the past is behind me. I had people in my life that I thought was like how I was and genuine and stuff, but they was the total opposite and had ulterior motives. They wanted to destroy me. It was like jealous and envious, you know? And now all those people never have a chance to be in my life at all, even as a friend. So that's a beautiful thing, you know? Shut out, watch what it is, what it is. So yeah, y'all, it's all about just knowing your power, for real. About knowing your power and standing in that, not allowing for life to take you off the edge, even when you're already when you get tiptoeing on the edge, you know. I realized that time, as y'all know, is Gregorian calendar wise, like Monday, Tuesday. I learned how to transmute that into my power also, with what I'm connected to. I'm connected to nature, I'm connected to that sun, I am the sun. And as Mother Nature is shifting, she's waking up, remembering who she is, stirring everything up. It caused confusion amongst what seems like that but isn't, right? Because she's just realigning. But I'm matching that, you know? And nobody can stop me matching that. And atomically, I'm matching that. More by the day. So it's crazy how like the most destruction was done to me, to have me damn near take my own life. And they're very similar, from the cheating and the family destroyed and her energy and then the system. They're both narcissistic, both sociopaths, you know, as far as like what he gives out. It's all screaming those things, blame shifting, you know, and I conquered both of them. And I found out here I am. I found out more than enough that I needed to find out to go forward with my life. But the attacks on me is so deadly that even with me at this point, anybody probably would think like for me to get to this point, I would at least had to have had my child in my life. Like for him to get to that point, he's at least seeing his son weekly by now. I'm still not seeing my son. Waking up every day, rewiring, getting stronger and stronger. I'm doing all of this while still alienated with my child. So I'm very, very strong. And I'm just looking forward to hearing my wife is going to be now. I'll be honest with y'all. I didn't want to get married, but I actually want to get married now. I actually want to get married. And I am going to get married. You know, and I know who I want to marry. But even if it wasn't my brick, I know who I don't want to marry for a fact. I know who won't be marrying me. I know that much. You know, life is real. My story is the story, just you gotta be careful how you treat people. You know? You take advantage of good people, that good person will be out of your life and you won't have a chance with them ever again. You know? You can only blame yourself for that. That's why I tell all men, definitely don't have a baby with an emotionally unstable woman, but don't even get in a relationship with an unstable woman. It's dangerous. It's just gonna bring you trouble. A woman that's not sure who she is a dangerous woman. Why you think we in the state that we in right now? Who comes first, me or the black one? Hey! Hey, what it do, God? What it do? How you feeling? How you feeling? What it is? What it is, God? What it is, guys? What it is? What it is? Good to see y'all. Yeah, yeah. I had to say what's up to the guys real quick. Huh? You say what? Not at all. What? Somebody? I drink like you know. I drink. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, I just had to say what's up to the guys real quick. We going through and everything. This shit is crazy, but yeah, like I'm telling y'all, like I never thought that I was going. I never thought all this was going to happen how it did. But it's just so crazy because, like, the worst thing that was supposed to like break me down and have me like in the worst way, and it did, still arose grew, and I'm blooming. You know, a lot of people might not think I'm not blooming because they just looking at it from just a straight financial standpoint. You know, that's all monetary system wise. Actually, as the system crashes down, you're gonna really see you're really evolved and it's been working on themselves and all of that. You're gonna see people that you're gonna see that shit like firsthand. You can kind of see right now. No, you can see if you're tapped in, if you're aware. You can see even yourself. But a lot of people, from collective majority wise, they can't see it. But as like the money goes away and stuff, people are gonna be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be a real thing. You know. So yeah, like I just want to just tell y'all that, you know, stay in y'all light, stay in y'all faith. Don't let this shit make you feel like you're not strong or you're not gonna be able to get out of it or anything like that. You know, everything is happening for us right now, and everything is happening the way it should happen. You know, it could happen even faster. You know, and it is gonna speed up in a lot of ways, but at the same time, y'all got to realize there's a lot of stuff that still have to take place with all of this going on. So certain other things can happen. You know what I'm saying? It's all connected for real. So you gotta realize that. So I value y'all, man. Y'all know I value y'all like shit. Like this shit that's going on. This shit has been like a. Eye opener. You know, I'm gonna be real with y'all because you gotta think about it. If you're having like all of this type of information that's going on, and for you to still be moving in a way that's detrimental for your species in any shape, way, or form, that shit is gonna be shown. You know, and it's gonna be able to be seen. Like for real, it is, y'all. You really got to see it for what it is. So when I'm telling y'all this like firsthand. You know, that's why you seeing it's like all of these distractions right now and shit that's going on because it's like just everything that's going on. You know, it's a real thing that's going on. So like I told y'all just got to keep y'all heads, stay focused, stay handling what you got to handle. Always try to rewire your brain. Always try to work on yourself to be the best person you can be. That's the best advice I can give y'all, and which I've always been giving y'all these past 5 years, even where we at now. Wait, hold on real quick, y'all. Yeah, so that's from the standpoint in which I'm telling y'all about how to like go about things and stuff like that. You know, hold on. Yeah, yo, I just, hey, yo, I was just speaking to I was just speaking to your guy just now. He was Puerto Rican, and I was telling him my story, y'all, and what I was telling him, he literally is Puerto Rican. I told him, I bet you know, I bet you know about the sofrito and everything, and he's like, yeah, of course, you know. But this goes to show y'all, and I told him, look, all the organic people, regardless of the lies that's being told, y'all, we starting to know who we are. You get what I'm saying? And this is happening at a fast rate. Like when I'm saying that this is happening at a fast rate, y'all, this is happening at a fast rate. Like I don't care what my reason is for me talking to you, a random person. Whenever I'm speaking to one of us, or I think it's one of us, I'm gonna acknowledge that person. I acknowledge everybody with respect, y'all. But when it comes to us, I'm always gonna acknowledge us with respect. You hear what I'm saying? And when I acknowledge us with respect, while I'm getting back to myself more and more and stuff, the thing that I notice mainly that's like the common denominator of the whole thing is that we're all knowing who we are. And as we talk to each other and acknowledge each other from that standpoint, we're all realizing it. You know, we're all realizing it. All Latino people, all black people, we're realizing what's really happening. You know what I'm saying? And we're recognizing each other off of that. And as we're recognizing each other off of that, um, this shift is taking place regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like I told people that don't understand science, they're looking at this from like just a point of view of one of us individually doing our own research and finding out who we are just from that. Yes, that is happening. Don't get me wrong. That is happening. That's taking place. But what's happening to us, for as far as our memory, that's having us even think about these things and stuff differently and from different angles, to notice the lies and all of that, is happening with us anatomically due to the radiation, UVC radiation to be exact. You get what I'm saying? All living organisms are changing for the better, the worse right now. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is even an organic person or a Latino person or a black person that never heard anything of this stuff at all, or isn't reading up on some of these books or anything, the different parts of their brain is being hit where they're thinking about stuff, literally being forced to think about stuff from different angles to have them see what it is. It's a different energy on the planet right now. So what I'm saying is nobody can do anything about it, and it's going to happen regardless. This is what's happening, and I'm seeing it firsthand because every time I just spoke to a Latino person just now, and I was telling about my son, and he was giving me faith on to keep going and stuff and to get it together and all of that, and he helped me. Right? I spoke to a Filipino person before I came up here, and I just gave him positive energy and everything, and I was telling him certain things also, I'm making everybody aware of what's going on as it's happening in an inevitable way. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to tell y'all is how, whatever stance y'all choose to take that, but just be aware. I feel like for the best of your good, for the stuff that you can change and you have control over it, and the stuff that you can't control, right? What our sun is doing right now, and what's happening on our planet with these changes that's taking place. Oh, Joe Bessie, and with huh? Like this is happening. This is happening from a standpoint. This is happening from a standpoint of righteousness, right? Righteousness comes first before anything. So what are you doing with your time? Or are you being creative with it? Are you trying to help with it? Are you trying to put energy out in the world for however it is from a healing standpoint, which however it's received, someone maybe you might not even know, it's nurturing to them. You know what I'm saying? Like these are all things that's coming to my mind when I'm talking to y'all. You feel me? Like because I care. You know what I'm saying? I really care. And I sometimes I feel like, I'm not saying this is why I'm going through it, but if so, I wouldn't be shocked. But sometimes I feel like because of what I'm going through and what I'm faced with, it's like almost like I'm going through it in a way for me to be able to understand that much more so all the stuff that I'm telling y'all. You know what I mean? Like for real, like it's almost happening for that reason, for me being called on to have the courage how I am and how I do to go about all of this how I does, because I really care, and I know what's going on, and I care for children. If I didn't care for children so much, I probably wouldn't care, but I have a good heart and I care for children, and I care for all the righteousness. Like if I know righteousness is main, and that's definite, You know what I mean? Then all the righteousness needs to be in there, and that needs to be definite. It doesn't need to be like half righteousness, half manipulation, or half righteousness, and or righteousness present but more wickedness than righteousness. Like all, that's not it. So that's what it's about at the end of the day, y'all. You know, it's right is right and wrong is wrong, but you want to make sure that you're aligned. Whenever you're aligned, it's righteousness involved in it. You know, and and if not there, you'll be steered in that direction or something. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get there. You know, so this is important, man. I care for y'all. Y'all know that. I value y'all. Um, this shit is just crazy though. You know, I'm not gonna front with y'all. I know with the energy how it's hitting a lot of people, it's tearing a lot of people up in a lot of ways. It's making them not know really what's going on or how to go about certain things. Like I get it. That's why I be coming to y'all how I come to y'all, even with what I'm dealing with. Cause I said, man, I know. Y'all know me. I know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? So if I know what's going on. Like y'all know, like it's really coming from a pure standpoint of really like caring. You know what I'm saying? For real. Yeah, make sure you I study genetica. You know, genetica. I study like for Latino people, Black people. Our son right now is good.
It's good, right?
For everyone else, no bueno.
No bueno,
But yeah, them unnatural. You know, yeah. You're white people, Asian people, Arab, all these other people, but Latino, Black, our veins green. Radiation.
You
Yeah.
know, for me, everybody is, we are some from God, so I know.
Yeah, I know.
I'm that kind of person.
I know. It's okay.
Discriminate nobody.
Yeah, but I love your energy, man. Good energy. You have a good heart. I have a good heart too. So
That's
good people make the world go round. Besides all the other stuff, you know.
By the
Definitely,
way,
man.
I just get them
Yeah.
lunch. This is the recipe.
Yeah.
I don't have
Uh,
no more.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, thanks.
You know why I'm going through this? Why? Because my son is Latino.
Oh, it's Latino?
My son is half Puerto Rican, half Dominican.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The madra, my child, her papa's from Puerto Rico, her
Okay.
madra from Dominican Republic.
Dominican. Yeah,
Right?
because those two countries, they are almost the same.
Okay.
The same people, but
Yeah.
the border is the same, like I tell you,
Yeah.
the Pacific or the, you know.
Yeah,
They don't border show it, but they're close.
Yeah, I'm about to show you my son. But I fight in